Flannel short. Modern fashion is quite unexpected in its tendencies. But one thing doesn't change. Every now and then some things and trends come from rather specific and narrow groups, such as military men, pilots, hippies, cowboys, and so on. So that's how jeans, bomber jackets, safari and military styles, t-shirt, urban backpack and much more have become fashionable. The flannel short has come to mass market as well. And in this video we will tell you how the popular flannel short in red and black check appeared, whom does it fit and what to wear with it. And in description you will find links to the best shirts, suitable clothing and accessories. Thumbs up while intro of Be Bigger is running. Flannel fabric has several varieties and the one that goes to short is called the same way – shorting. Traditionally, a flannel shorting fabric has a checkered pattern, so most flannel shorts are checkered. Military roots. It is interesting that the idea of brutal lumberjack shorts made of checkered cotton flannel comes from woolen jackets for British soldiers, who were sent to Canada to participate in the Anglo-American War. The warm uniform wasn't delivered to the soldiers in time, and the commander-in-chief came up with the idea of sewing them jackets from checkered red and black blankets. And as a result we got this. Frankly speaking, that flannel was wool. It was not much different from cloth, but in general the idea was successful. After a couple of decades, all the workers of the American North had a checkered jacket in their poor wardrobes. And a bit later, someone really smart came up with a cheaper, lightweight version, a short made of cotton flannel that could be worn even in warmer seasons. By the way, it was quite common for members of the British Army to wear a flannel short under the uniform, which perfectly saved them from the cold and did not allow the collar of the uniform to rub their neck. But of course they were plain colored shorts to match the uniform, most often light gray. Moreover, in hot climate it was allowed to go without a tunic, so that's how the short actually became a part of the uniform. War clothes. At the end of the 19th century, all the lumberjacks in Pennsylvania wore checkered flannel shorts. So the history of the flannel short definitely goes back at least a century and a half. And the first really mass production of flannel shorts was the sewing in the Pendleton weaving factories 100 years ago. The most popular color combinations for shorts were quite flashy and contrasting. Well, there's nothing to be surprised at. Tough men with axes, guns and 2-meter pike poles had no need to disguise themselves as a gray mouse. They are not clerks in the office. Classic red-black, red-blue, black and white, and then other combinations were created. 2 colors were supplemented with a small addition of the third. For example, red and blue flannel with a thin white stripe, parallel to both main stripes. Furthermore, you probably have seen a variety of colors and sometimes there are ripples in the eyes. But still, the classic man's flannel short has rich but natural and calm colors. The sign of resistance to the system. In general, the short turned out to be splendid, and despite some difficulties in its care, already in 20th century it was loved a lot by citizens, including those who saw an axe only in a tool store, and even from a distance. The hidden charisma of this piece of clothing was highly appreciated by people attracted to highly spiritual desires, performers of culture, art, and connoisseurs of freedom. Cult writer of the Beat generation Jack Kerouac, the frontman of the legendary Nirvana Kurt Cobain. Only these 2 persons would be enough to turn the lumberjack short into a sign of resistance to the system. Young people and later older people began to wear checkered flannel shorts more often, not so much for convenience as for their own inner liberation. Today, flannel shorts are willingly worn by such public figures as saucy Terry Richardson, charismatic Jared Leto, delicate Robert Pattinson, brutal David Beckham, and many others. And girls as well. By the way, the spirit of freedom combined with ample opportunities to dress up quickly appreciated by beautiful women. Girls first began to take shorts of their boyfriends and brothers. And a bit later, resourceful designers introduced a women's flannel short. which delicately took into account the most pleasant features of the girls' figures. The Olsen sisters, Jessica Simpson, Lauren Conrad and Marsha Barton are shot by cameras in flashy, stylish checkered flannel shorts. And the cute girls you meet in streets or in other places adopt this concept from them. The trendy solution for young girls is a short couple of sizes bigger. It matches not only a t-shirt or turtleneck under it, it also looks like this girl suddenly spent a night with the guy. And he lent his clothes to go home. Erotic, romantic and prestigious if you are a girl. If you think about it, not much time passed and the flannel short turned from practical work clothes into no less practical clothing for all occasions except for a normal reception and banquet. We do not recommend going to these events in this short, because there's a free spirit and hints of rebellion are quite inappropriate. The flannel short has earned its reputation largely due to its expressive and often contrasting color combinations. Who is flannel short suitable for? If you like to wear comfortable clothes and play with combinations of things, pick up a few flannel shorts and combine them with leather, plain flannel, corduroy, twill, plain knitwear, and coarse knitting. Put on these shorts with classic straight jeans or simple pants, sweaters and vests, jackets and casual coats. Dress in grunge style. Add a flannel short to the image of a simple, brutal guy. Wear multi-layered ensembles. There are many variants. This is one more advantage of flannel shorts. They allow you to combine things, imply eclecticism in the way you dress, because they are almost out of any style themselves. They can be used to create looks in different styles and sometimes mixed, but not in special ones. There are different checkered patterns. You probably have the impression that a flannel short must be a catchy checkered and show that you are free wolf and a rebel in life. But it's not. The red and black checkered pattern has become an inherent part of the hipster look. However, other colors may work instead of red. Green, orange, yellow or purple. The most important thing is creating a good contrast with black. Two dark colors can merge into one. This is not a mistake, but it weakens the effect a bit. It is worth nothing that shorts are also made of one color flannel or with a small inconspicuous pattern. It looks especially bold and confident even for a modern casual style. You allow yourself to dress as easy as possible, but not trying to draw attention with clothes, because you are already cool. This is how a good short made of moderate wool flannel looks like. But pay attention, it will cost more in any case, at least because such a fabric must contain at least 50% of natural wool. And of course you need to take care of it more properly, because the wool requires careful washing. It can shrink and something like that. What to wear with a flannel short? What you will wear with such a thing would mostly depend on your personal style. A flannel short should fit you, point out your appearance, and not make anyone a brutal lumberjack. Flannels go well with jeans without flashy decor and bright prints. Classic straight blue, gray and black jeans. Slacks of moderate colors match flannel shorts well. All muted colors from black and khaki to brick. If only it doesn't hurt your eyes. In the warm summer or early autumn you would look great in a flannel short with chinos with the same color options. But you can shift the balance towards to a lighter bottom. What else is good about a flannel short is the ability to make multi-layered and different looks. I mean, in summer, when the weather is cool, you wear this short with light jeans. In the autumn, you wear it with a vest or windbreaker. In winter, you can easily wear with it warm slacks, high boots with thick embossed soles, and over it you put on a long vest and in a long jacket or smart casual coat. Accessories for a flannel short should be selected not as much by color as by your style. If you are addicted to the image of a lumberjack, then choose a white leather belt in natural brown, auburn or black and gray colors. If you are a hipster or some other non-mainstream, choose black, gray and blue accessories made of leather, rough textiles and metal. If today you have chosen smart casual, it is better to let it be leather in moderate colors. Do you wear flannel shorts? Or maybe you used to wear it but now you lost your rebellious fervor? Share this in comments and write about what item of clothing you still want to know. Subscribe to our channel, hit that bell button and choose the next video on the left or right.